have a little fun with mathematics. Specifically, why don't we have a little fun with the table of 11 or the product of any number with 11? Any number AB with 11. When we take the number AB, AB can be of the form of A or B, can be any whole number. So A can be a whole number, B can be a whole number. Whole number means any number from 0 to 9. First, let's take the number A and try to multiply it with the simplest formula to multiply any number by 11 is, first of all, you take the first number A and write it as it is. Then you take the second number and write it as the third number. The product of a number with 11, a two-digit number with 11 would really have 3 or 4 digits. The middle digit would always be a sum of these two numbers, which is A plus B. So this is the product. This is the product of any number AB with 11, where A and B are whole numbers. Let's do this with an example, then you would understand better. For example, let's take a number as 12. What is 12 into 11? According to this rule, what we do is, we take the first number and write it as it is, 1. Then we take the second number and write it as it is, 2, as the last digit. Then what about the middle digit? The middle digit would be the sum of 1 and 2. That is the sum of these two digits, which is 132. And so we get the product as 132. But isn't there a problem? What if we multiply 11 with the digits of A and B such that A plus B is greater than 10? How do we write the second digit then? For that, let's do this with an example. For example, let's take the number 89. When we deal with this number, 89 into 11, we write the first number, which is 8, as it is. The second number, 9, that too we write it as it is, as the last digit. Then the middle number is the sum of 8 and 9. What happens to this? When we do it this way, we get 8 and 9 here, and what is 8 plus 9? It's 17. We write it as it is. So there is this number 8, 1. This 17 is there in between. So what do we do? Surely 89 into 11 is not equal to 8179. That's a huge number for a product of a two-digit number and 11. So what we do is we take it to the hundreds place. That is, we write this number, we carry over the 1, just like when we do addition, we carry over this number to the next place. That is, we do it as 8 plus 1, and we write the 7 as it is, and also this 9, there is no change to 9, just like in normal addition. And now what do we get? We get the number as 9, 7, 9, which is the product of 89 and 11. Also, there is another issue. Remember, I told you that the product of any two-digit number with 11 can only be a 3-digit number or a 4-digit number. So let's find out in the same way. Let's find out the product for 99 and 11. What do we do with 99 and 11? Write 9 as it is. Then here also write 9 as it is. We add 9 and 9 here. Then what do we get? We get 9 and 18 and another 9. So we carry forward this 1 with 9, which means we write as 9 plus 1 and leave the 8 and 9 as they are. So we get the product as 1089, which is product of 99 and 11.